Spell your first name and last name for me, so I can get the name right.
Gary Bennett, G-A-R-Y, Bennett, B-E-N-N-E-T-T.
Okay. And your position?
I own and operate Paintball Hill out there.
Okay.
Have for the last 4 years.
First of all, just explain briefly on what's going on here today.
Well, today's our third annual Store Wars game. We opened the field up here in '88, and somewhere in '89 or '90, I realized that a lot of the retailers, they didn't really communicate real well. At the time, there was 8 within a 200-mile radius of our field here. There was no real association or event that enabled those guys to all kind of get in the same place at the same time. And so we dreamt up the scenario of Store Wars. The way it's set up is that the different retailers, the different paintball store operators, compete the first half of the day with their favorite customers and their employees and whatnot. That's their team. And then later on in the day, which is going on right now, the Fox and Hound game. Anyone that makes or tries to make a paycheck from paintball is a Fox. Now everybody that spends their paychecks on paintball is a Hound. Right on. So what we're going to look at right now here in a few minutes, I think we're about 4 minutes from kicking this one off, is approximately 50 against 550. The Foxes are saying, oh, but we got the good looks and the talent, and they got the numbers. But it's just, we're just out here to have a lot of fun. Gives the guys a chance to shoot back at the guy that sold them the gun last week, or, yeah, you overcharged me sales tax, It's just a bunch of Yahoo good time. We draw from the main Northern California area. I see the Hounds are starting to move out onto the field now. That's okay. Store Wars.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the history of Paintball Hill.
We started out, we're up here in Butts Canyon, northern Napa County. I have some property here, and theoretically useless land, and in the research of how to utilize useless land, stumbled across an article talking about paintball, and a few months of homework and a little travel time to some of the fields in Southern California, and decided to come up here and give it a chance. And I don't know if anyone's mentioned, but we were voted in as Paintcheck Magazine, the Hall of Fame Field of the Year by the players. We've only been in the business for 4 years.
Is that 91 or 92?
92. 92. In fact, it just came out this month, making us the best paintball facility in the country, of which there's, at last approximate count, about 1,000 on the continent, miscellaneous Hawaii and Alaska. Right now the game's being played in 27 different countries on every continent.
This is the top rated one.
This is the top rated field.
Right on.
Probably on the globe.
How would you stack up the competition, the enthusiasm for the sport, and just the general support by the players here in Northern California? In other words, is it a strong showing here in Northern California compared to Southern California? Or,
sure. I'll tell you what, as I'm also vice president of the IPOA, the International Paintball Operators Association, which does give me the opportunity to speak with field owners of Canada, Europe, Australia, all throughout the United States on a regular basis. It's a volunteer position, so they don't hesitate to call. And in Northern California right now, not only is it the fastest growing sport in the world because of statistics, we're growing faster than anything else. But here in Northern California, one of the more recent stats, about 40% of paintball everywhere is being played here in Northern California. Even though Paintball Hill is a recreational field and we cater to the beginner player, the novice player, we don't really get involved with team tournaments. We don't play the money game. But in lieu of that, the 4 top ranked teams in the world are all from Northern California. And
what teams? Ironmen?
Ironmen, the Black Diamonds, Constant Pursuit, Tour de Force, all of which have a faction out here today playing in a recreational game. It even gives those guys a chance to come out with multiple targets and play without the stress of tournament team play.
You crowning me on?
Nope. Horn started.
Oh man, my gun just went down on there.
Can't.
I'm on this team.
No comment.
Thanks.
Okay,
He went anyway.
what was the question? Oh, okay. The question was,